Hi, everybody. Here we are, back in the shop. No newsroom today. It's very early in the morning for podcasting. Not really very early. Not really that early, but we have to come out here today because I'm having my furnace cleaned, and I don't know what time they're going to come. So we're here before the store opens. And we are Fleece and Harmony, and this is the Fleece and Harmony Woolcast, episode 181. And if you're watching it on the day that it's published, it's September 5th. Whew.
Gone summer.
Well, it's still summery weather, sort of.
Sort of.
And we're recording this back in the yarn shop, in the woolen mill, on the sheep farm in Belfast, Prince Edward Island. And we've got a lot to talk about today. So this is a Woolcast, but now we've ventured into all manner of hobbies. And we will tell you what we're working on it. I had personally, these last 2 weeks, I've had kind of a weird, I did 2 rows on my sweater. I did a flower on my Wallflowers. I couldn't focus on any one thing for any longer than 5 minutes. Yeah. You too?
I just had all around motivational issues.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Just not doing much of. My daughter put a game on the iPad.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a Tetris sort of idea.
Uh-huh.
And
Is it one of those wood ones? Wood
like
puzzles? Yeah.
No, not wood puzzles. It's just where you like the pieces, you get given pieces and you have to fit them in.
Yeah.
And it may have taken a little bit of my crafting time.
So my sister Michelle plays those games, and my mother has them downloaded on her iPad as well. So whenever they come, I play their games on their iPads. And Michelle was saying, well, just download. I said, no, I am totally admit that I have a full addiction to that. Yeah. Do you guys remember Candy Crush?
I remember you talking about it. Yes. I wasn't actually on the podcast at that point, but I remember you sharing about it.
Well, if I had the hours that I played Candy Crush, I would be like 30 instead. So, and what a waste of time, really.
It is, yes. Clearly I haven't come to terms with it yet because I'm still trying to justify it.
Yeah.
I think for the last 2 days I've said, okay, I'm just taking this off the iPad, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, so I took Candy Crush off, and every now and then it still sends me a notification. We still have your blah, 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 your progress, and I'm like, don't do it. So anyway, Michelle, when I was visiting Michelle when she had her birthday, I said, can I have your iPad? She goes, yeah, okay. This one was a number one where you had to match numbers and stuff like that. And she said, well, do you want, you can download? I said, no, I don't want to download it. I'm just going to play it here because
I can hand yours back.
Yes, exactly. So that's it. Do you have anything like that?
I do. I have Sudoku and crosswords, and I do one every day.
Oh, yeah.
So like, that's discipline. I need that. The problem with this game is it's so easy to go, just one more. One more. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I find Sudoku a little bit more meditative and like, because it's thinking. Yeah, you have to think more. So I find that better.
Yeah, I do a crossword almost every day too, and I sometimes do Sudoku, but not as often. I'm not out of practice. I used to do it, but for me, I find that's brain work.
Yeah,
that's not.
I like it.
Yeah,
it's good brain work.
Yeah. So I don't consider that an addiction to gaming,
especially when it's like one a day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm a good word person, but crosswords I find quite hard because I find they're more based on like random generic knowledge than like I thought that it used to be. Maybe they never were, but I always wanted them to be like definitions.
Yeah, no,
and they're not.
And practice does make perfect on crosswords because you get to know what the different options are for things that you didn't need to know about.
Yes.
Okay. And it's good if you're somebody that also likes trivia, I think, because a lot of times you can solve things with that. Like,
I'm not a huge trivia person.
Yeah.
But I just like playing with words. So I try them all the time, but I don't get very far.
You get better when you practice. So I think anyway.
Yeah, I think so too.
And there's one called the Colossal Canadian Puzzle that comes every week in the newspaper, and like really
I was going to say
rocking it old school.
newspaper.
Yeah, the newspaper.
Well, yeah, I
And
was going to say,
it's
speaking
all-
of puzzles.
Oh yeah,
Oh, look at that.
that's
That
Ken.
That was a present from Michelle, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
to Ken. To Ken. He likes the word search.
Yeah.
Uh,
All Prince Edward Island themed word searches.
yeah, Amanda Jackson's band is in there.
That's so fun.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Fleece and Harmony.
See, that's my kind of book. Like the instructions on the back are like very short and simple and just
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah.
So you and me, Ken, word searches. I
Yeah.
like that idea.
Yeah. All right, so this was actually the farm update, which we haven't talked about. So there's not. The only thing to say about the farm is that it's dry. It's
Yeah.
still
Yes.
dry. I heard
Very.
this morning that PEI got half of the normal rainfall in August that we have,
Yeah.
and we had a bumper crop of blackberries developing in our hedgerow, and they're about this big now and dried up little. They're not.
Dehydrated. You
Yeah.
skipped the.
Yes, yes.
You just pick them dehydrated.
I don't know how, because they were plumping and they're not really shriveled. It's just that they kind of shrunk.
Yeah, it's hot, it's dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So anyway, thankfully, there's the fire danger has kind of abated a bit, but I don't think I think we're still under a fire ban. But
We need to be
so-
because it's still really dry.
yeah, so but I haven't heard of, thank goodness, any fires lately, so we're okay. But there's lots of places that aren't, so
Yeah.
it's really we're thinking of everybody. We just need rain.
Yeah.
However, the last couple mornings we've had like awesome fog.
Yes.
This morning, definitely.
Yes. So guess what the harmony part's about?
Ah.
Yeah, I love it. There's a kind of like what you were talking about the last time about the dips and hollows and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and what the differences is. Well, the fog actually settles in those as well. So in our back field, it comes down a big slope, but then there's a deep dip in the middle, and then it comes up again, and there's just a stream of like fog that settles in there even when the sun is shining. So it's just a beautiful, like when the sun comes up and you've got that little mist on the field. So anyway, that's what the harmony part's about.
It's
I
beautiful.
very much live in the hills.
Yes.
So I get to look at, and we're on one of the highest points.
Yes.
So I get to look out and I can see all different kinds of levels of fog patches because
Right.
they're all of the different hills. So it's really, really lovely.
Yes, and then it burns, and once the sun gets up to a certain point in the heat, it's just gone. They're calling it shallow fog banks. I just thought it was morning mist, but anyway, I guess shallow fog banks is a technical term.
Sounds like you're creating perfume.
Yeah,
Morning mist.
Yeah.
Shallow fog bank.
yeah, yeah, right. All right, so and you're taking your headlamp now.
Yes.
The days are shortening.
Yes. So I start my runs in the mornings typically with a headlamp now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the days are definitely shortening. That's for
Definitely.
sure. Yes.
Definitely.
So I'm starting now to think that it must be time to go to bed, and it's only 8. I'm like, oh shoot, okay.
You're on my time.
Yeah. So what time are you running?
I usually hit the trail between 5:15 and 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it used to be light then.
Yeah.
And now when can you turn your headlights?
Well, this morning I didn't use it for very long because the fog made it too difficult.
Oh, okay.
So I just had to run in the dark.
Okay.
And hope there was no skunks.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually it's like I don't know, like a kilometer or two, and then I'll flick it off.
Yeah.
There's light definitely a little bit before 6 still, but the
Yeah.
sun's not actually breaking the horizon.
Yeah,
till
that's
after
right.
6.
It just has
Yeah.
that lightness to it. Yes.
Yeah.
So we should congratulate your daughter Willow.
Yes.
Yes, because she's back from the Canada Games.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did really well.
Yeah.
She placed 5th in her weight division.
Yeah,
and
for
she
Canada.
Had a
Awesome.
fantastic time.
Yeah, excellent. And she's only been wrestling for a year and a half, right?
2
years?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that considered a newbie, sort of?
Kind of, yeah.
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 Okay.
I would say in terms of like number of competitions she's been able to go to, that's still pretty
Yeah.
pretty new.
Yeah. Anyway, she did great.
And
Yeah.
she made lots of friends. She got to hang out with like New Brunswick. They had a lot of fun. It was so nice. They were whenever one team was fighting, the other team was cheering them on, and vice versa. So
nice.
yeah, it was really great to see
Yeah.
the other provinces like getting in there and rooting for each other.
Well, it's really, that's maybe the most important part, the spirit of the whole thing,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like us going to a fiber festival.
Yes.
You find your people.
Yes, exactly.
And
Exactly.
they had Alan Doyle for their closing ceremonies.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Yeah. So Alan is doing Telltale Harbor here, but I
Yes.
think it's finished now.
I think
The
so.
season is over for it. Yeah. And his good friend Russell Crowe came to see him. He was here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
cool.
They are good friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
So
were in the Robin Hood movie together, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so the big buzz was that that was earlier in the summer that Russell Crowe came to see his friend in Telltale Harbor. So it was like, I don't know
Did you go to
anybody that
town
saw
and try
him.
and find him, Kim?
No. Okay, so we're going to head right to the shop update.
Yes.
So we don't have much in the shop update, but we got this great new book, and it's called The Art of Knitwear Repair, which is like kind of the topic of the day on social media. Everything is about repairing your knitwear, and this book is I'm pretty sure it's published by Lina, and the woman that wrote it is Finnish, so I can't pronounce her name, so I will put it down in the title. But it's just another one of these lovely books that even if you don't repair knitwear, it's beautiful. And she does everything from just darning to actually doing like intricate embroidery, even on the underarm, which I think that might be like if you have a hole in your sweater and the underarm might be a bit much to have a full embroidery bouquet of flowers under there. But anyway, to push the envelope. Still fun. So you would probably like this kind of thing because you probably do it anyway.
I have done a little bit of it. Yeah. I don't know. My embroidery skills are rusty.
Are they?
Yeah. I've tried a few times, and it really is about getting the tension right when you're doing any kind of embroidery, especially on knitwear, because it's so stretchy. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So it's lovely. So I'm saying that I'm going to do this, but don't hold your breath. But when we were cleaning out the house and everything to move things around for the renovation, I found this cashmere hoodie, but the moths had gotten to it. So it was like down in the corner of a whatever. And so now after getting this, I'm like, oh, I could do like a little flower, because I was going to try to do an invisible mend, so it has pockets as well. So I was going to unravel some of the thread from the pocket and then do like just a regular darning sort of. But I'm thinking that it might be to do little.
Where on the sweater is the hole? Do you know?
All over.
Oh, there's a few.
They're tiny.
Okay.
They're like, it's so fine, and the holes are just like pin pricks, so it would be like 1 or 2 stitches in each one, so you could do some kind of little thing. It just depends on how daisy. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, because it's very motivating. This is.
Nice.
So we don't have a color of the month yet for September.
We do not.
So I have to tell. We'll say here, because we'll let you know if you're ordering and your order is delayed. We don't put any of our own yarns that we make here out of stock because we just make them. So if we don't have the color, because we have 100 colors, so we can't keep full inventory of all of those colors. So if you order something from us, we sometimes have to make it for you. And Betsy's super fast at dyeing it, and you probably don't even notice. They're out without like in 2 or 3 days. But we ran out of wool. It's the first time ever.
You can't dye what's not there.
No. So the farms that we gather, because we gather all of our wool for our own yarns from farms on Prince Edward Island, and there was a delay in shearing, usually the timing is like we're on the last bag and then our guy is shearing, but there was a delay and he hasn't sheared yet and our bags are empty.
Yeah.
So your yarn is so fresh.
Yeah.
It's still on the sheet.
Exactly. So I think you need to send an email to one or two people, right, about the sock yarn.
We'll see at the end of today. I might solve it.
Oh, okay.
I just got a little bit I'm working with, so
Yeah.
I might squeeze her out.
Oh, okay. So if so we say on our shipping that there's a 2-week delay for our yarns because we have to make them sometime. But if we know that it's going to be more than 2 weeks, then we'll let you know.
Yeah.
But he's supposed to be shearing this week. And literally, Ken will be there before the sheep is the wool is cool. Yeah, cooled off the sheet. So, and then we'll be back in action. So, if we're taking just a little bit, and we've tried to, we haven't made as much yarn because we're saving things on cones in case people order. Because in the shop we have a big selection, but not necessarily all sweater quantities and things like that. So, we're trying to manage the supply of what we have. But anyway, we'll let you know. If your order is going to be later than 2 weeks, then we will let you know. And now we are under no longer the de minimis thing for U.S. shipments. And I just want to say a word about that. I can't give you any definitive answers. This week we're doing a test where we're sending an order to the US and we put a variety of things in the box. So we'll have an understanding of how the tariff situation is happening or what tariffs are going to be assessed on what products. So for our Fleece and Harmony wool, we are what they call CUSMA compliant. So because it's made in Canada, it's a product of Canada. So there's with the free trade agreement with the US, there shouldn't be any tariff on our yarns. We really don't know what happens with the things that we send that are coming from other countries. Mm-hmm. So that's what we have to find out. And for sure, you will have a brokerage fee. So we ship most of our parcels by UPS and they will collect a brokerage fee. I know when I get a parcel from somewhere else, the brokerage fee for my box, it's a one fee for the whole box and it's about $12 Canadian. I don't know what it is, if it's the same going the other way. So we'll find out with this test that we're doing. So I would just encourage you to check the shipping page because I've written there, that you might need to do a little homework on your end just to understand what's happening. And so there's lots of independent small businesses that have stopped shipping to the US. And that's mostly because if they're using Canada Post doesn't have a way to collect the tariffs and everything. So they're not trying, it's not a statement, a political statement. It is really that they don't know what they're going to do because they would have to ship the products duty paid. So that's, and a lot of small businesses can't afford to pay the duty ahead of time. So we'll just have to, we're all going to work through this all together. Right now, because we use UPS, they have a brokerage arm, so they're able to handle that for us. But there are a lot of independent small businesses that were using Canada Post because they had a better deal based on the volume that they were sending. So just stay tuned. We're all going to find out. So anyway, I decided that I was going to continue to ship even before I knew exactly what was going to happen because I love Gieswin sneakers from Germany, which are made from merino, and they're perfect. I just love them. They fit my feet perfectly, and I used to buy them, and they ship them, I think, directly from Germany. And when I went to buy a new pair of sneakers, they don't ship to Canada. And I can tell you, I was PO'd. I was like, why? And it's because of, I think it's about the shipping fees and things like that. And I was thinking to myself, I was angry. I just want my sneakers. So I would prefer to make the decision if I don't want to pay the extra for it rather than not being able to get them. So I decided that we would continue to ship. Yeah, but I'll encourage you, if you're not sure of, I will keep the, sorry, I have a hair that's hanging down. Yeah, so I encourage you to look at our shipping page just to see exactly what I wrote there, and I will update it as I know more information. So I think that's it. There's not really anything in the shop. Just support us if you can. That's it. All right, so the next topic is that the Arna and Carlos Knit Along kicked off yesterday. So I was here. Yesterday was a holiday in Canada. It was Labor Day, and I was here, and all of a sudden Shopify was going crazy. Our online store was going crazy, and we sold out a Norwegian wool. So, which is great. So I will place an order today. Usually Rowan is really quick to get the order, like it's about a week or so. And once I have the confirmation of what they are shipping, and I know for sure that I'm going to get the colors that I ordered, I will put them in inventory, but there may be a slight delay getting them out to you as well. But we'll keep you updated in the newsletter on that. So we'll see how that goes. All right, you're up, Simone.
All right.
NIM Teasdale Knit Along.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as we mentioned in the previous podcast episode, we're doing a NIM Teasdale Knit Along partly because it's totally selfish knit on my I really wanted to knit some of her designs. So from now until February 20th, I believe, you have an opportunity to knit along with us. You just pick a NIM Teasdale design, whatever yarn you choose, and you can post in our Ravelry group. We have a thread for discussion, so you can share, what project you're planning, what yarn you're planning, any modifications, any pertinent details that you want to share. You can encourage and support your fellow crafters. And then we also have a finished thread. So you put your finished project in that, and I have marked that as no chat because we will be choosing the prizes from that thread. And yeah, there's been some people jump on board, and it's been a lot of fun already. Yeah.
She's got 158 designs to choose from. So
she has quite a lot of designs, and they vary from lace weight all the way to bulky. So there's a little something there for everyone. It's not all lace. There are cables and texture and garter. She kind of covers all the bases, and for most of her patterns, she gives you an option of 2 to 3 yarn weights. So there's lots of versatility, and you make it what you want it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Excellent. And are you gonna show your
yes.
When we do the project, Simone will show her project that she started, and I think there's a few people that are joining you in that.
Yes. It is funny because there's an Instagrammer, Jimbo Curtis. He sent me a picture of his Lothlorien this week, and it's really inspiring me to
get finished.
Cracking.
A finished one?
No, he's through the first chart.
Oh, okay.
And he chose really beautiful yarn. It's hand dyed with woad.
Yeah.
And it's really spectacular.
So what color does woad give you?
Blue.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. And is it on the thread, or did he just Instagram it?
Yes.
Oh no. Okay.
He put it on the thread as well.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't chose your project, go ahead and check out NIM Teasdale.
Yes.
And like I said, there's plenty of awesome patterns. Like, they're really beautiful. Yeah. So we'll start with our projects now, and we'll always start with what we're what we're wearing. And Simone she's a trooper for the summer sweater. Good thing you got lots of short sleeve sweaters. Okay. Go ahead.
I am wearing Forest Land by Jennifer Steingast, and it is knit in Crux Fibers BFL, I think it was. It's not available anymore, but it's one of my favorite squishy sweaters. I modified it to have 3/4 length sleeves, and that was because I had originally bought this yarn for another project, and it didn't end up working out. So I used it for this, and I played yarn chicken and lost.
Oh, so so it wasn't supposed to be a summer sweater.
No.
Okay. So I'm totally cheating. I have a sweater on, but it's store bought.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kim, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
All that time.
Yes.
You just whipped that one off.
Yes. Little puff sleeves.
Yeah, feather and fan.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, some version of feather and fan, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. Anyway, I was it's so funny that you said that because I was looking at it this morning. I was like, I know how to make that.
Yeah, you do.
150 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. So it's very fine, like a fine. It's meant to
Yes.
be a summer sweater. So yeah. And
At
Betsy,
least you faked it.
yeah. That's it. That's the least I could do.
I had one pulled out and I was like, I just can't do it. I'll just
No.
be so hot yet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
not quite
exactly. I'm actually getting a little warm myself, but anyway, long sleeves are long sleeves. Okay, so we'll start with the projects. So Betsy, you're up first.
there. Yeah. So I am slowly.
Mhm.
I just have not been super crafty motivated. Some of it I think is I still operate around school summer holidays. So my household is very different in July and August than it is September to June.
Right.
So that is coming to a close this week.
Yes, yes.
So,
Everybody's at school today, are they?
no, they
Oh.
don't go back till Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, mine are
Oh.
high school, so I don't know if they start a little
Thursday
later
and
than
Friday,
Thursday
right?
and Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yours won't go till Friday because
Yes.
you have older yet too.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So-
Wow.
Anyway,
God,
we're getting
used,
there.
Used
We're
to be
getting there.
the first day after the long weekend, you were back in school and I don't know.
Although I say that, and it's not even a real excuse because they were working all summer.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my excuse. I get out of routine, so everything
Yes.
gets out of
It's
routine.
a different vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Oh, you
did,
did make
get
progress.
a little, I couldn't even remember where I was. I did make a little progress. Now what has happened though, is I tried it on and it's giving a very different feel and look than I was imagining. This
Oh.
is the thing when you're kind of creating on the needles. But I decided I'm okay with it. However, it means I need to readjust my thinking. So I think I need to pause and put the sleeves on.
Oh, okay.
And then decide what length I want it to
Oh,
be.
okay.
So it is a very drapey fabric. I think I can feel it maybe growing a little bit as I
Okay.
work on it.
You should maybe block that.
I might, or I
Yeah.
think I know it's going to happen. So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just going to adjust to a different style.
Okay.
I'm just
Okay.
going to go for a drapier style.
Mhm.
But I think I want to put the sleeves on because that's going to pull the shoulders down a bit. So I
Right.
need to know exactly where they are sitting. And then once I have the sleeves, then I will either decide if I'm going to just knit until the yarn runs out or knit until I get to a length I want.
Okay.
Just kind of figure out how I want to finish it.
Mhm.
So it's coming along. It's lovely. My collar, for whatever reason, is really curling
Mhm.
in. So I
Oh,
might,
even though it's ribbed.
I know.
Yeah.
So I might actually, I have this idea that I might tack that down.
Oh.
And I saw a few people doing this
it's very
drop stitch thing where you drop your stitches all the way down and then you pull it up like every other. So
Yes.
it creates this kind of braided look almost up along the side.
Jennifer Beal uses that.
Yeah. So
Oh.
I've got some details in my mind of things I might give a try here to just, and this is the fun of creating on the needles. I'm open to change. So this whole thing might get a fully different look than I had originally thought it might.
Right.
But I'm excited about it. So keep going.
So there was a question in the comment section that I couldn't answer, and I kept forgetting to ask you.
Okay.
And from the last podcast, and they wanted to know: is there more room in a saddle shoulder than a regular shoulder? And I have no idea.
Neither
I've
do
never
I.
made a.
Second saddle shoulder I made, but first one for me.
Yeah.
So I don't, maybe I don't understand the question.
Well,
exactly.
I don't
Like,
know. I'm not.
More room where?
Yeah. So could you make it wider?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could have this piece can be as wide as you want because you designate your shoulder stitches right off from the beginning. So you would have just cast more on at the beginning and then more of those cast on stitches would have been designated to this. So you start actually with this little tab piece
Okay.
that goes both ways. You can see there's a bit of a seam there. So you start and you do a provisional cast on and then
Okay.
you knit this way. and then you come back and knit back this way.
Okay.
And then at that point, you designate how many of those are going to be for the shoulder
Okay.
part.
I don't think I've never knit something with a saddle shoulder.
Okay.
So have you?
I'm just trying to think. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And this is the only one I've ever done. So maybe there are different
That
ways
pattern.
of doing
You've
it.
done
Yeah,
it
this
twice.
exact
This is the
pattern.
sycamore. Okay.
From the Sycamore Cardigan.
Right.
By Cozy Knits.
So, and
Yeah.
then can you also adjust the length of the saddle?
Yes, because I did.
Yes. So you made yours longer?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Yes.
So if this measurement is wider,
Mine is.
you
definitely.
can
Yeah.
do it that way.
Yeah.
And then it seems like you should be able to do it
I
this.
don't see why you wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to. It would just be more of these stitches along the neck here would have been designated. You'd have had your markers. So these are created by increases
Okay.
that you do. So yeah, I don't see why you couldn't.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, because I think I've seen it where the saddle almost comes right down, and then it's like kind of looks almost raglan-esque.
yes, that's
with
what
the
I was
seam
going
going
to.
this
That was
way.
the question
Yeah.
I was
So
going to
I'm
ask. So you could
very
make it
confident.
more of a prominent feature,
very
like
confident
over the
you
top
can-
of
yeah,
the.
I've seen it. I
Yeah.
know it's out there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
in a long and roundabout way, yes, there is more
Yeah.
room because it's more customizable to
To-
your
yes.
body type.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
I'm going to carry on, and I've got
Very
a few
soft and-
detail. Yeah, it's the
And
I think
it
it's
is
the
drapey.
nettle. The nettle.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
the nettle
nettle.
in there because it was like 30% nettle. So
Yes.
I think that's what's giving it its extra
That's
drape as
silky.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that is, I'm working on that. I did pull the tessellation back out, but didn't really do enough to show.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
a blanket.
What's
I'm
enough
making
to show? I've got something.
so that it looks somewhat different from the last time I showed it.
Oh well.
I have a goal point that I want to get to.
Okay.
And then that is the Tessellation Nation by Sue Matten from the Mercery
Yeah.
that I am working on. I think I'm slow enough this time. We're into a new group of learners for this.
They just started again.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm on the go again, and that's what counts.
Yes.
So I was talking to Simone earlier about like, what are those things that kind of stall you on your projects?
Okay.
So this cardigan is stalled at the moment, the one I'm working on, because I have to wind up another ball of yarn.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't take much. Huh?
So getting out the ball winder, and every time I do it, I'm like, oh, that took like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But in my brain, it's going to be like a half-hour process, and I'll just do it later. So that's one of them for me. The other one is if you have a project that was out and laid out and spread out, but for whatever reason, I don't know, you went on vacation, you had people come over, a dog was going to be, you had to pack it all up. Just getting it out again
Yes.
can be an absolute stall for me. So that's what happened with my tessellation. I often, when we go on vacation, I want the house tidied so that when I come home, I don't feel like I have to do it. So I had tidied everything up, and then I just took like a month to get it back out again.
Yeah.
But
So
then,
so
yeah,
far,
these are both
it's
good
check,
excuses.
check.
Okay.
Perfect.
I am ridiculous. Like if I'm doing a shawl especially, and I need to pause and count my stitches to make sure that I'm still, because often
And there's
it's-
400 of them.
Yeah, and it's symmetrical. Shawls are usually
Yeah.
symmetrical. So if you're just making sure that you've still got the right amount on each side, that can stop me because I'm like, counting? I don't feel like counting.
Not 480 stitches.
Changing the needles.
Yeah.
If I need to switch from one size to another for ribbing to the body, stalls me big time.
So basically, what you're saying, when you really don't want to do it, any excuse is valid.
Will do, yes.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
about you,
Because-
Simone?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or getting up to have to go find
Yeah.
a notion
Yeah.
that you're like, a stitch marker? Oh, this is just too
Actually, I
much.
have a basket right beside my chair, and I'm like, I don't really want to dig through that right now. It's beside me.
Humans are so adaptable. Yeah, we don't want to do it.
All these things that can make me like so much so that instead of balling a yarn for this cardigan, I went and grabbed, it was a yarn skein from a store, so it's already wound up, and decided to knit a baby knit. So I got halfway through the front of these overalls, and all of a sudden I'm like, wait a second. My baby professional life came back to me, and I went, how are you going to get into these overalls? I didn't make any because I was like, I don't know what this ribbing part is for. I'm just not going to do it. Well, that's where the snaps were supposed to go on so that you can actually open the legs of the overalls to change the diaper.
Yes.
Because I know no mother wants to completely remove, or father wants to completely remove the outfit to change the diaper.
Yeah.
So I was like, what am I doing? Now I'm just making a sloppy, sad baby garment. All because I don't feel like balling up.
Yeah.
A skein of yarn. This is ridiculous.
Do you feel like ripping out?
No. So I didn't.
So now that one's sitting
That's
there.
just a piece.
Yeah. A feature on your coffee table.
So Betsy's theme for August is apparently she's just being lazy and stubborn.
Yeah,
But
well.
it's funny because I had a customer in last week and we had this great discussion about this exact thing. And she said it in a nutshell. I want to knit. I don't want to think about it. And it's like, yes, sometimes that's what you need. You just need to knit and not think about it.
And that's what I think my brain had in mind with this baby knit. I was like, it'll be fast, so it won't be on the needles forever. There's not a lot of instructions.
Yeah.
But then I was just doing a really sad job of this garment because there actually were instructions. And
That you didn't follow.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was like, what is
caught in that
this? This
trap
doesn't even
too.
make any sense. So I'm just not going to do it.
It's funny because it's like I'm not showing the homage to the granny square today. I still have those 2 squares. I have 2 squares to do, but it's not that. And I started working on my wallflowers again because I didn't want to lay out the squares all for the homage to the granny square, which is I just have to. And I kept saying, oh, I should do that before the podcast. I should do that before the podcast. And I was like, no, I'd rather just change to a whole new another project and do it. And it's 2 squares. I'm that close to finishing. Well, and then I have to piece it, but
like that whole section would be complete.
Yes.
It's so silly.
It's
silly.
really, really silly.
Blocking is another thing that catches me sometimes. And if it wasn't for the podcast, I'm such a lazy blocker.
Oh.
I'll wait till I have, 6 different things
Oh, wow.
that I have to
okay.
block because it's not that it's a huge pain in the butt, but I don't
Hold
know.
up for you.
It's enough to stall me where it's like, it's
I
done.
actually
It
like
just needs to be blocked.
blocking. So
I love it too.
Oh,
but
okay.
I stall. And it just doesn't make any sense.
You have to get out the blocking mats and the pins and get down on, for me, I get down on the floor on my hands and knees and I'm crawling around pinning things.
So I guess that's kind of it too, where the place that I use in the house for my blocking is also my weight training place.
Yeah, so you have to tidy
So
up the weights.
if I have to lift
somebody
weights, I
doesn't
have to
trip
like
on them?
move it onto the bed and yes, none of that.
Yeah, totally get it. Totally.
Yeah.
Aw.
So yeah.
So
I
that's
guess
my knitting to show for this week.
Yes.
About 8 rows.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say that you're probably not the only one, but speaking from my own experience, but this
I do have another project though.
Yes.
If you want me to
Yes.
show that. So I did finish up my bunny.
Yes, we definitely want you to show this. It is it's cute as a bunny.
Aw, thank you. Ooh, I knew that would happen if I traveled with it.
What happened?
Just a piece maybe it's just glue. Okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay. We're all
Anyway,
good.
there it is. There it is. All done. I'm sorry. It's behind glass, so I know with the camera it's going to be hard to see.
Oh, the producer's saying it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
Yeah.
So sometimes there's glare on it. Yes, I put mine behind glass. Prince Edward Island is a bit of a dusty island, especially when we're so dry. And I just don't want to have to worry about. I like things behind glass. So there you go.
Yeah.
I did it because I wanted to.
I wouldn't do a cross stitch without putting it behind glass.
There's all kinds of opinions out there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't know.
It's a
if
controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't we hear?
All of a sudden, I was like, Ken, why are you whistling right now?
There's a siren. I don't know if you can hear it.
It's the blade.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out what was wrong with you, you jolly mister.
Yeah. Jolly mister.
I don't know. A jolly person who's whistling.
Yeah, whistling while he works.
Yeah.
And so, this is how lucky we are, is that we rarely hear a siren. So we're like, what?
We
What's
don't
that?
even know what they are.
Thank good, aren't we lucky? Yeah.
So what was I saying?
Yes.
Oh, about behind glass. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's differing opinions. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't bother to put it behind glass, but I found the perfect little frame to do that.
I know. It's
and I'm
fantastic.
really happy with it. The back stitching was worth it. I was glad I did it.
I
did not do it exactly as the pattern called for. I didn't
course
look at
not.
each little space, I just was like, it's about there.
Yeah. But the effect is there.
I was making
Yes.
rabbit hair.
Yes.
Like, does each hair
random.
actually have to be specific? No.
No.
So, yeah. So that was done. And I've got my next one.
So now,
Kitted up.
sorry, in the
Yeah.
floss tubes, you can say you have a fully finished
I have a fully finished
object.
object.
So there's finished.
And then there's
Fully
fully finished, which is, I guess, like framed or.
Yeah, so
like,
it's finished. I think. Well, I've watched exactly 1.5 floss tubes. Well, no, I watched a few of them, but finished. I was like, what are they talking about? Fully finished. So finished for me was in the frame, but it's finished the stitching,
okay.
and then fully finished is
Oh.
you're actually really done with it.
And Kim earlier was saying something about like we've kind of branched out. So I was thinking when she said that about like all of our projects, we're all still working with yarn of varying weights, right?
Yes.
Because the DMC floss is
Cotton yarn.
Cotton yarn,
Yes.
just a much finer weight.
Yeah.
When Simone sews, the thread. So I think we're still all right in our world.
Yes.
And
So,
we're
yeah.
multifaceted human beings.
We are.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
are.
have a lot of interests.
Yeah, we're very curious, all
Yes.
of us. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Joanne, thank you very much for all of your help. You were talking about it's getting darker at night.
Yeah.
She lovely gifted me a magnifying light.
Oh,
So, bring it on, fall.
yes, yes. So
I can
Joanne,
handle the dark evenings.
yeah, so Joanne, I'll talk about it. She started a Lothlorien as well. Have you
She
seen
did.
it?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Which
okay.
she also sent me that she was working with her light because the color she chose to
Yes.
do.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
We'll talk about it when we get to that part. Okay.
Yeah. So that's me. That's all I got.
Yeah,
all she
that's
wrote.
good. Excellent, Betsy. Finished object and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're starting another cross stitch, or did you start it?
I'm starting it, but it's going to be a while before I'm willing to show it to you folks because Joanne has challenged me to level up. You know me, finish one, why not level up?
Yes.
So I'm doing one thread over one over one. For you cross stitchers, you know what that means.
Yeah, that sounds like hell to me, but anyway, that's right.
So I might have had to pick it out a few times already.
boy.
So we'll see if it actually progresses.
Picking out cross stitch is not fun. I'd rather rip a sweater.
I might sometimes want to rip my hair out instead.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I gave up on it twice. Maybe
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, forget this. This is ridiculous. I'm not doing this. But then 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, but what if I just... And all of a sudden I'm back at it again. So
Yeah.
it's clearly calling to me.
So the story of it's the yin and yang of
Maybe.
the yin and yang of delaying and can't stopping.
Stop. Yes,
Yes.
but it is. Sometimes it's a little stressful.
I'm
I don't
gonna
want
do
to.
it.
I
No,
don't
I'm
want
not
to go
gonna
to
do it.
therapy for it because I don't want to know what's actually going on. We're just going to live with it.
I think it's just life.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Yeah, we're busy. Our minds are always busy.
Oh boy. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I'll go next, or do you want to go next? I don't.
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. It doesn't. Why don't you go?
Okay.
Your stuff is more interesting than mine.
So we'll start off with a project I haven't shown in a bit.
Yeah.
My Tiny Bit socks.
Oh.
So I have the first one done,
Oh, those are so cute.
and I
aren't they?
started on the second. I'm almost
Yeah.
done at the leg.
Yeah.
So I'm using a combo of our Point Prim sock in Autumn Birch because it's my favorite color. Big surprise, right? And some of the Nerds with Needles in the Moon Mist.
which looks exactly
It,
like
it looks
Moon Mist.
exactly like the ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
So-
just gorgeous. Yeah.
This is a pattern by the Playful Knitter. It's called Tiny Bit Socks, and it's really fun. You do these little mitered squares, and it looks great in the multicolored yarn. Other than that, I got pretty close to the pattern,
We can photo it maybe.
with the exception of the heel. I did my little garter tab heel that I always do, and I did it in the contrast color just because I wanted to.
Yes. I hate knitting socks,
I love
but
it.
these socks make me want to
I
knit a
was
pair
going
of
to say,
socks.
I don't love it, but every time Simone shows up with a pair of socks, I'm like, why do I not knit socks? They're so cute.
I know. They're
Oh.
and I really love wearing them.
Yes.
But they're gorgeous.
One
Yeah.
day, people, one
Yeah.
day I'll become a sock knitter.
So this is our sock yarn.
Yes.
Is this Moon Mist sock yarn
Yes.
as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
this
lovely.
has a little bit of nylon in it, and that's part of the reason why I chose it for the heel and toe.
Right.
Because it is fairly rugged, and the way I wear my socks out, because my heels don't fit in my shoes properly,
Right.
I usually do like a strand of kid silk,
Right.
Nice.
but I didn't have any kid silk that looked good with these.
Yeah.
So I
okay.
just decided the little
That's fun.
contrast
Yeah.
heel.
Yeah, it's cute.
Do you ever catch yourself when you've been working with 100% wool and it's just like, oh, done, snap, that like, and then you move on, but you then move to something that has nylon in it, and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you've like
Yes.
rope burned your
Yeah.
fingers
Yes.
because it doesn't just snap,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
then you know you've got a good piece
Yeah.
for the heel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So I love them. They're so much fun to
They're
knit.
very fun.
Mhm.
They're
and they're
they're
really, really cute.
they're joyful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the perfect balance between paying attention and not paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because yes, you have to pick up stitches, and you even have to do a little mattress stitch.
Mm-hmm.
So there's good variety in
Right.
this. And
So the mattress stitches between the mitered squares.
yeah, so the way it works is you're doing the mitered squares, and each one eats up more of the base stitches.
Okay.
So at the end, you have two little ends to join with mattress stitch.
Okay,
And then
so-
you pick up the stitches again.
Every time we've showed these, you've explained how to do it, but this part, you were never at this part.
Yeah.
And every time I'm like, I'm a smart person. I should be able to understand that, but I have no clue what she's talking about.
Right, now you get it. 'cause you can
Now
see
I get it.
Yeah.
Because I figured that you needed to go horizontal and vertical, and I was like, how is she doing that? And what's she talking about stitching?
It's a
for-
genius pattern.
It is.
I
Okay.
love it.
So we'll take a picture of this close up, and
Yeah.
everybody else will understand if you have a block like me.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Sure. I'd have to do it. My brain does not
Yeah.
understand things until I do it.
So you have this little tab now, because that's the first of the row
Right.
of the next miter squares, and you're going to go this way?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I'm left-handed. And
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So ordinarily you go in the other direction because
Okay.
that's the way right-handers knit.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm really confusing everyone.
But now I get it. Now I get it.
Yeah.
The only thing I have one question is, how did these colored stitches get on there?
because you pick up stitches along the side after you finish the mitered square, and then you knit those stitches, and then you knit back.
So when did you make these colored ones?
Just
5 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Now I really get it. Okay. So you went down here, picked up those
Okay.
stitches, and now you're going back like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
because you're working back
It's
and forth. a little bit.
ingenious.
Yeah. I think you need to knit a pair of these.
I know. I'm completely intrigued.
Either
of
that
it.
or buy the pattern and use this for the cuff of a mitten.
Oh.
And then you can just knit either plain or fancy mittens along with it. But
It's
that way you can
really-
experience the fun.
And who's
The playful knitter.
the playful knitter?
Yeah.
Do we know her name?
I don't remember off the top
Or
of my head
him?
right
I
now.
don't know. Her. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put it down here because congratulations to whoever you are, playful knitter. This is like really ingenious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it would be perfect for like, she recommends using like little bits and pieces and odds and ends from your stash. So you could do that as well. And it doesn't have to be sock yarn for the little squares up here because you're not getting the abrasion and wear.
Yeah.
So you could do 100% wool, no problem at all.
Yeah.
And use up little pieces.
So could each one of those squares be a different color?
It could.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun. So
Yeah.
almost you could get like a stained glass look
Yes.
going.
No.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun.
So I'm just back to our previous conversation. Is this something that because you have to get up and get another piece of yarn if you had to, that you would stall, or is it so potato chippy that you
It's
just
potato chippy.
you keep going?
Yeah.
That I don't struggle with because you're using things up. So the
Ah.
satisfaction of like, ooh, here goes another piece would be
Yeah.
like really good,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like your
it's
mitten
fun.
cuff idea.
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
it would be fabulous as mittens as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or even,
And do you have to be careful of your tension, or is it pretty easy to?
so far so good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the tension doesn't seem to,
Doesn't seem to be a problem.
No.
Yeah.
I've tried it on and it fits perfect.
Yeah. They're
So
gorgeous.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
even more interesting because how they're done. It's fantastic.
I did have to restart this though because it had been a while since I worked on it, just because I was working on other things, and I forgot whenever I started the new one. Oh, look at that! I think it's inside out.
Twisted rib.
Yeah, it's inside out.
Oh
It's fine. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay, so wait a second. Can you just turn it inside
Yeah.
the other? Yeah.
I think I can.
Oh, no.
No,
It looks different.
it does.
Okay. All right. But that doesn't bother you.
No.
So if this is
So it's
supposed-
still technically twisted rib, but it's on the inside, and it's just half twisted rib because I
Yeah.
only twisted the knits.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, well. Oh, well.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't look that.
If
different.
you're looking that close at my socks,
You're too
no,
close.
You're too
Yeah.
close.
You're gonna get a hoof in the face.
Fancy.
You make me sound like a brute.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
So we'll move on. I'm going to show this now, actually.
Well, yes.
Yes.
She just
because
whipped that
I
up
got
this weekend.
Everything in here. So this was a fun little project that I made this weekend
It's amazing.
because I needed a bigger project bag for my sweaters.
Uh-huh.
I have some little ones, but they're not really big enough for sweaters. I'm really having to like cram my Lunenburg cardi in. So I just made a new
And
Made a
with
new
the
bag.
zipper.
Yes.
And, oh.
So I did the
Beautiful.
weather vane patch from the Farm and Folk quilt sew along, and I turned it into a bag.
Yeah. It's gorgeous.
And it has a zipper. So I'm putting all of those wonderful little lessons from Melissa's sewing class this winter to use.
Yeah. I saw that the community school schedule is out,
Yeah,
but Murray Harbor wasn't on there.
it's winter.
I already asked her.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Already checked
So
in.
they do it from January to March.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's fall community schools. I think there might even be spring.
Almost
I
all of
think
them
our
had.
closest is Vernon for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
and almost all of them had knitting and crochet, which I was delighted to see.
Yeah.
So yeah, it must
Yeah.
be popular.
It is, because I know like Rebecca Darlin, she teaches the knitting and crochet in Murray Harbor, and she usually has a full class.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Keep
So-
those knitters coming
Yeah.
and crocheters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. So yeah, this was my project this weekend.
Yes.
And-
So did you just start it this weekend and finished it?
Yep.
This is
Yeah.
sewing, Kim. It's so funny when you've been knitting for a while. You go back to sewing, you're like, "Whoa! I like made something in an hour."
It's funny because the cutting seems to take the longest.
Yeah.
and it needs to be precise.
Yes.
Yeah.
especially when you're doing
The
Point
patchwork.
beautiful pieces. Yeah,
And I have to say, the patchwork is just as potato chippy as Farrell is
Yeah.
for me, because it's the challenge of using up all these little scraps that I have. And I have a little box that I'm saving all my like little tiny pieces, so I can use it for paper piecing if I want to, or I can use it for little projects further on.
Mm-hmm.
So this took like, I think I worked it out to 1.6 yards of fabric, and that's like inside and out. I did make it kind of patchy. The straps are patchy just because I was running out of fabric,
Right.
but that's fine. I like
Well,
the
now
strappy
it looks
patches.
perfect.
but yeah,
Yeah.
it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I did make a fair few number of mistakes.
You did?
Oh yes. Yeah, so this side has the blue at the bottom.
Yeah.
This side has the blue at the top.
That's
Because
not a
I had
mistake.
already cut
Design feature.
the little corners for the
Oh,
square
boy.
bottom.
Never would have known.
Yeah.
No.
No.
So that, and you know, I learned very quickly why you replace your needle so often, because
Oh.
it was starting to get very difficult
You hear
to
your
sew.
machine
Yeah.
go,
It's like, okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can almost hear. It almost starts to sound like the needle is punching. So
Yes.
that you shouldn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh.
punching
I
sound.
see. You know what? I used to sew, and I don't know that I maybe changed a needle twice.
You might want to do that.
And it's surprising how fast it happens when you're sewing a lot.
A lot.
Actually, I only changed it it broke once,
Yeah.
and the other time was it went into my and it broke.
And
then other than that, haven't changed my needle on
You're
my
due
sewing
for a new
machine.
needle.
Yeah, you need some new needles.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing too, especially when you're quilting and piecing, is I get stalled on changing my rotary blade.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I should
And that's
change
such a
my
mistake.
rotary blades so much more often
I'm at
than
that
I
point
do.
now, too.
Because I'll be like reefing across the project, and then I change it, and I'm like, whoa! It almost like runs away
Yes.
on me.
Yes.
So,
And I'm to the point where it's like, okay, I'm fighting this way too much.
Yeah.
I need to replace that
just
blade.
change
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Needles and blades.
it's amazing how fast it happens too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if you're doing any amount of sewing, you're going to dull that needle or
Yeah.
that blade.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I machine quilted this as well. And it is like there's batting in it, so it's a
Yeah.
very
Beautiful,
substantial.
beautiful job.
Yeah,
bag.
it's gorgeous.
It's so gorgeous.
Got to use my zipper foot.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very, very proud of this side. This side, not so much. So like this side and this side, excellent. I did a fantastic job. I can say that myself. This side, there's a little bubble of fabric. I didn't, iron it quite well enough. So
okay.
that's another thing.
Ironing is another thing with
Yeah.
quilting.
Yeah.
But in your few weeks here or months of sewing, you have already put in way more zippers than I ever have. So I
Yeah.
can say nothing about zippers.
They're fun.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm a sicko because I like putting in zippers.
I do
But they're
love
fun.
how clean.
Yeah.
when you have a zipper in a
Yeah.
bag, I love just a zip top. It's just
Yeah.
so clean.
And
Yeah, nice.
with the zipper foot, it's nice and tight in there, and
Yeah.
it makes it look so neat.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's so much easier
Yeah.
to sew the zipper in
With a full foot.
with
Without
with this
it.
little zipper foot.
Yeah.
When you first did your first one, you did it without, didn't you?
I
And I
did.
was like,
Yeah.
how did she even manage
Yeah.
that? So yes.
It was moving the zipper. That's
Okay.
how I did it.
Oh, it's
Oh,
not,
okay.
Where-
Yeah. So you'd sew along, and then you'd lift the foot, and then move the zipper like behind the foot, put the foot back down, and then continue
Oh,
to sew
yeah.
down.
So a zipper foot would
Yeah.
That
feel
would
so
be
wonderful.
enough to stop sewing right in the middle of the zipper.
Can't be like, I'm done.
Well, it's great because it means that you know how to use it with or without a zipper foot.
Yeah.
That is
So
yes.
Yes.
it is pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. So that is my sewing project, and I'm very happy with it.
Yes.
There will be
So
more.
I feel like we have to do like the public service announcement. We're not feeling bad about our projects because we talk about every mistake that we make. We just
it's a learning experience.
Yes.
Conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So people get very worried that we're hard on ourselves.
No.
Trust
just
me.
means that we're
I
gonna
think
do
you're
it a little
looking
differently
about at
next time.
3 of the most confident people we know. Confidence is not our problem.
Not in making.
No.
Not in the making world. Please don't come and be harsh and mean to me, because then my confidence will shatter very quickly.
All right. So,
So the
what's
reason
in the
for the
bag,
bag is my Lunenburg Cardi,
Yeah.
and that is growing. So
Uh-huh.
I've completed the first sleeve.
Okay.
And
Simone, I think you like this color.
on to the
Yeah.
second. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Kind of got a theme going.
I might have more of this in my stash too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Knit what you love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nice.
This is the Lunenburg pullover by Savory Knitting, and I've converted it into a cardigan.
Yeah.
I did a little stitch up the front,
Yep.
and I did stabilize it with the sewing machine because that's my preferred way.
Yeah.
I know there's lots of different ways, but it's just the one that I'm most comfortable with.
Mhm.
And now I am knitting away in the sleeves. I'm going to finish the sleeves because I am playing a little bit of yarn chicken, but I think I'll make it no problem.
Okay.
I did the cuff in the light gray, the birch color, and I'm also going to do the button band in birch. And I want to do a steak sandwich. I will
And-
take photos of it so that people understand what I'm talking about.
Yes. Okay. That was
Yeah.
I was going to say that. We
Yeah.
had a
You'll
comment.
have to
So
find
it's
your own
coming.
your own tutorial, though.
Yeah. And somebody wanted to know
Colors?
it's lichen and lace,
Yes.
right?
The rustic has a
Short.
short.
Yeah.
So I use the called for colors in the yoke because this was actually the leftovers from my first Lunenburg pullover. I had enough to do 2 yokes. And it is birch, sky, pollen, shrub, and then I changed the main color, which is ginger in this. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because your other one is brown.
It's
brown. Gray.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is, it's giving it like a whole different vibe.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
both are just equally as gorgeous.
Yeah.
But
That is I really like that. You can see it coming. It's one of these designs where I'm terrible at remembering what different designs are and everything, but you can see this one coming.
Yeah.
You can recognize them. So yeah, nice.
So yeah, trucking away and just knitting around and doing the helical for the sleeves as well. The first one worked out perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with how the color
You're
just kind of
combining
evened
dye
out.
lots, right?
Yeah. Actually, no, they're the same dye lot, but they are slightly different.
Yeah.
So I'm just helical knitting to be safe. I'm happy it gives it more of a tonal quality.
Yeah.
I love it. It blends it. You just don't have to worry. With the one I'm working on, I am 2 different dye lots, and they are fairly significantly different. But when you do the helical knitting or alternating your skeins, it just blends it so beautifully.
Yeah. So if you don't know what helical knitting is, we've talked about it a lot, but I'll put a card up here that we have a tutorial. So you can go click there and we'll tell you all about it.
The helical is for when you're going in the round.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
And then alternating you can do easily.
On the flat
with
as
the
well.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last knitting project that I have is my Wallflowers. So,
We have a color theme going today.
yes. I wonder what colors I like.
Oh, you made a bit of progress on that.
Yes. So I'll spread it out a little bit. Just be careful.
Wow.
Because if we lose any of the stitches, I will cry.
Yeah.
So I'm on to the second ball of Tessellation. This is the Wallflowers by Nim Teasdale. And this is my
It's
my
beautiful.
knit along project.
Yeah.
I'm really loving this pattern, but it is one of the ones where it definitely keeps you in the moment.
Or you better stay in the moment.
So I actually knit this in between, most of this in between watching like the wrestling bouts
Okay.
for the Canada Games, because I couldn't stress about anything because I was too busy being focused on
Right.
the knitting pattern.
Right.
So yeah, it's one of the gifts of lace knitting is it really does keep you present
Yes.
and focused on the task at
Yes.
hand.
So that's the other thing about doing handcrafts is that it is also, if you need to, it's kind of like, as long as it's something you enjoy, it's kind of like breathing in yoga. It kind of centers you. You have to focus.
Yes.
So when the world all gets a little bit too anxious, then that's something, a calming thing as well.
It
right?
is. And it's also the problem solving. So I don't know about you guys, but I tend to do problem solving through knitting. So it's kind of funny because it's like if you can overcome that issue that you're having with your knitting, you're like, okay, yeah, I've got the other stuff too.
Oh, well, I'll talk to you about my spinning when we get there.
So, yeah, I'm knitting away on this.
Okay. How many
and
stitches are on this now?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
No. But
It's going to be a lot, I think, of stitches at the end, right?
Yes. I think I'm through the 3rd chart
Oh, okay.
now and started on to the 4th.
Yeah.
So it is growing, and I love seeing it kind of transform and take shape. So I'll stretch it out and have a little peek, and you can see the leaves growing here.
Yeah.
And another thing that I find very helpful when knitting lace is don't have any assumptions about the way it should look as you're knitting it, because I've fallen into that trap before where I'm like, this doesn't look like it should.
Yeah.
And then I start struggling with the pattern and I rip it out and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do it the way the designer wanted. Look at that.
Yeah.
It turned out correctly.
Yeah.
Do you just need to sometimes get some growth to it to really understand kind of where it's going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love these little...
The net part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
Really
so it's
nice.
a ton of double yarn overs and all that fun.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You're not using a lifeline, but you use stitch markers
Yes.
a lot to make sure that you're keeping track.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do kind of feel like I'm knitting without a net by not using a lifeline because I am using Tessellation and it is hateful to rip out.
Yes. And the color is caramel, right? I think it's called caramel.
Mm.
Are you thinking soil?
No,
So
it's not soil.
It's caramel.
I think it's caramel.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it. So if you haven't are not as experienced with lace knitting and you want to talk, you want to know what a lifeline is that if you're using interchangeable needles, there's probably a hole somewhere in either the part that you screw in or in the needle itself. And you can just thread through a piece of dental floss, unwaxed, there, or find something fine enough to go through the hole. And then you just knit with that at the point where you'd be willing to rip out if you have to rip out. And it saves all of your stitches. So then you can just rip with abandon until you get to that. It's a lot easier than trying to install one after you knit. Yeah. So you'll be right on the right row. So
yeah, just knitting away and loving it.
Great. It's beautiful.
I have to say too, Joanne's is spectacular.
Yes.
She's doing it in crow wing and what was the other color? Liqueur. Yes.
So black and like deep burgundy kind of.
Yeah.
Hence the need for her light even in the daytime.
Yes. So she is doing it in sock yarn, our sock yarn with the Kids Silk case. We don't make crowing in our sock yarn, so that was dyed for her. So, but please, we can't do. We're not able to do custom dyeing, but we did it in that case. But that black and that burgundy is really. It comes out with I thought it was just burgundy at first because the black is kind of under the haze of the Kid Silk haze, and it looks like oxblood. Yeah,
it's
color.
Absolutely stunning.
Yeah. So when a lot of people, me included, when you're looking for a Kid Silk haze to put with another yarn, I'm often trying to match the color, but that's a complete contrast, and it creates a new color. Yeah. It's really really beautiful. Okay. Excellent. Yeah, so that's a fun project.
It is.
Yeah. Are you going to finish in time for the end of the...
I hope so. I'm not making any promises, but I hope so.
Yeah.
If you keep it at that pace.
You might have to get up and get a ball or something or whatever.
But that's okay.
Now
because
it's
they're
just being
pull
cheeky.
balls. I just have to buy them.
That's
Already balled up.
true.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm making fun of myself because that's what happens to me, as we said. Okay, and now you have spinning.
Yes, I do. So,
ooh, this is nice.
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
This is merino, Tusha silk, and flax in the fluorite colorway.
Wow. Kind of reminds me of, other than the gold in it, it's kind of like our mermaid's tail.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So again, fractal, because I can't help myself.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with how it turned out.
Yeah.
So how much fleece is this?
It is 100 grams.
Yeah. Oh, I can smell them.
Yes.
Jasmine. Eucalyptus
100,
jasmine.
100 grams.
Yeah. Okay. So
And
I'll show my spinning now because I have a lot of questions for Simone. Okay.
I'll just get settled in.
Yeah.
You usually have good questions too, though.
Yeah.
Yes. Lots of questions, but they still haven't prompted me to really try it.
Not your jam. Eh? No.
Not yet.
So this is a skein that I purchased at the last Fiber Festival. So from Lois and Jane.
Yeah.
It's merino and sparkle.
Yes.
Okay, so I have no idea. Angelina, I think. Is it? Or
they're Firestar.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I said to Simone, I wanted to spin outside my comfort zone, which is I make lace weight beautifully, but I wanted to do something thick and thin and kind of more rustic looking.
Yes.
So Simone's, this is not completely dry yet. I just finished, I blocked it, or not blocked it, I soaked it yesterday.
Yep.
So this is 50 grams.
Yep.
The herbats are 50 grams. So and I have 100 yards. I measured what I had. Yeah. So, and these are both 2-ply.
Yep.
Yours is a lot finer. But I was saying to Simone this morning, it's still, I don't know how to fix it because it still feels to me like it's not as fluffy and plump as yours feels. Although this one is not as plump as the other one that you had.
No.
So I was kind of beating myself up a little bit. And then Simone says it could be just the fiber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this does have merino in it, but it also has silk and it has flax in it. So it definitely changes the texture, and you can tell like it's very, very drapey.
Yeah.
And it does make it a lot smoother. And I'm a worsted spinner predominantly.
Yeah.
So a short forward draft
Yeah,
with comb
that's what I
top.
do too. Yeah.
So that makes a difference as well. It means that our yarn is really sturdy and durable, and there's not a lot of air in it.
Right.
Yeah. So to do this a little differently, I would have had to change how I spin,
Okay.
which would probably be long draw.
Yeah.
And I do have an example of that
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
I'm-
okay. Well, that's fortuitous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing Mushroom Hunt
Okay.
from Bramble Ridge. Megan was actually in the shop and I got to meet her in person. So that was really fun.
Yeah.
This is Massam and BFL blend. And I decided to spin it long draw.
Okay.
So you'll see already that it is fuzzier.
Yes.
Mind
okay.
you, some of that is to do with the fiber, but BFL is typically very silky and long.
Right.
So yeah.
So when long draw, would that be equate more to like a woolen, not quite a woolen spun, because
Yeah.
you're using comb top.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a semi
a pure woolen spun would be from a bat
or carded fiber.
or
yeah.
carded fiber, and then doing long draw.
Yeah.
And by long draw, for people that don't spin, that just means you're not. We're
You're
doing
letting go of control of the twist.
Yes, yes. So I still don't understand how you keep it from catching up to what you're holding in your hand and making them.
You don't. You
What?
let it do its thing.
Okay,
So
you just
you have to
pulling
keep a very loose hand on your fiber. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
If you're a person that likes control and they spin,
Yeah.
and that would be me.
Yeah,
So that's why I struggle with it so much.
yeah.
But it's one of those tools in your toolbox.
But then it
It's
makes
good to have.
poofy yarn.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah.
So mine is merino, which is not a particularly crimpy wool.
Nope.
So I was kind of kicking myself a little bit because I said to Simone, I want it to look plumpy, but
Yep.
merino is not really the plumpiest fiber that you can have.
No,
you need
it has
something
the
with more
potential to be
crimp.
plumpy,
Yeah.
but
Well, we're
It's
on the
always-
thick parts, it's underspun on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah.
So it is fluffy there, but when you actually have like a regular twist in it, it's not. And then there's the sparkle as well that would flatten
change the
it.
texture.
And
a
I
bit.
definitely,
Squeeze all the air out.
yes,
Yeah.
I definitely am. And I don't know why, because I don't mind doing slow things, but when I'm spinning, I find myself fast.
Yeah.
So, which maybe I'm too fast. I'm going, I have the tension on my spinning wheel set.
Yeah.
So I'm going like this.
Yeah.
But maybe I should just back off a little bit. On
Yeah.
that.
So maybe turn down the tension just a little bit and slow down your spinning and see how that feels.
Yeah.
And chances are you'll probably just go right back to your default.
Yeah.
Because
I'm going like this. I love it. I get into a rhythm and then yeah, so I just say like, okay, chill out. Maybe I need a glass of wine while I'm doing
There
it.
you go. And
Yeah.
turn on some good music.
little less coffee.
Anyway, I'm pretty happy with this because it's completely different than my comfort zone
Yeah.
that I do.
Yeah.
And I've got two more bats that are kind of a
Succession?
a
Yes.
succession of the shades. So all those other ones that I have spun, I was not really feeling it with what I wanted to do. I wanted to do one of the shift shawls or
Yes.
traveler or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just didn't harmonize enough.
Yeah.
So I think that with this now I'll
I think
finally
you're right.
be able to do, I'll have to figure out something else for the other ones. So, okay.
Yeah.
And then what else do you have?
That is it.
That's it.
So just a
Okay.
little spinning and
So I kind of horned in on your section.
Oh,
there
it's
a
all
little
good.
bit, but okay. So mine will be fast. So we have the You Can Do It. So sweater, the 2 at a time. So you're going to be able to see my sleeves now better, the contrast. So I have about I have worked on this, but it's kind of hard to tell because I haven't finished the whole color work section. But you can see the design coming there. And I think I only have like 5 rows left on the charted part, and then I'll be caught up to the rest of the body. So now I'll start the next section, which is stripes and another little section of
Like a little
small Peary motif. And then that's it.
Yeah.
They're done. So now it's a turtleneck that I want to do. So I have a question. Should I be doing right now the front and the back are exactly the same. So it's a raglan sleeve, turtleneck. Do I need to make a front where the neck would be lower?
I would do a little.
Yeah.
Just to give the right tilt. Otherwise, you're just going to have...
It'll be right up here.
Just feel...
And I would take a look at your original sweater.
Yeah.
See if it is. But I bet you'll see there's at least a little drop
dip.
in the front
Okay.
compared to the back.
Okay, so that'll be the next thing that I have to figure out like soon. And then I don't think that I've actually ever done a sweater with short rows in the back. So should I do that as well, or you don't need to do both?
I like short rows in the back, but that's because I have traps.
Yes, I have no muscle, so I don't have to worry about
I
that.
find that, I need that because otherwise everything just slides back.
backwards.
Yeah, and you do it because you don't like anything that
and I have like my spine comes more rounded than most.
Okay. So maybe I'll just challenge myself to do those two things, and that will be something new, especially the short rows. I've done short rows before, but I'm going to have to look stuff up to be able to really figure out or call a friend.
Yeah.
Lifeline.
So again, I think short rows are even one thing that can stall me on knitting. But then every time I do them, I'm like, oh, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of taking a few minutes to kind of watch the video. And if you've done it before, it's just a refresher. And then it's almost like, oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I've done I think they call it double stitch or German. That's a German short row.
Short
the
row.
same
I've always done.
rather than the wrap and turn. I never got the wrap and turn right.
I never got it resolved properly.
Yeah.
I could always see it when I was doing it. So the German works for me. So that's what I do.
I did the Sunday short rows as well in lamely along the shoulder, and those were neat because you just mark them with a stitch marker. There's a really good tutorial on them. Those are an option too because since you use a stitch marker to mark the stitches that are the short row, it's really obvious where it is, so it's easier to count. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll just take a look at the options and decide. And it's Carol Feller that's the...
Yes, I was just going to mention.
Yeah,
she's the expert on short rows.
Yeah, and in fact, I think I have her Echo and Stone book in my library, so she probably has instructions in there for short rows, I would think. So
definitely.
So then I started working on, because I didn't want to put out my homage to the Granny Square, I have started again on, did a couple of these flowers on my Wallflowers. So it's really, really dark. This is the dark corners that we're doing. So I'm just going along on these flowers. So how this will look, just as a reminder, is that they will be this big, and there's 2 different color combinations, and then you put them together like this, and then they fit into the corners of the blanket like this. So these blue threads are because Sue has you join as you go, and I've decided on these I'm going to sew them together instead, or I might use her slip stitch method of joining, and then I'm going to just attach them that way, because I really find it's great to have them joined as you go because it's done. But on the other hand, with the size of the blanket now, it's starting to be a little bit cumbersome to get it. It's not enjoyable to do it, really. It's a little bit of torture.
And you have 1 corner or 2 corners inset already?
2.
Okay, so this is 30 and that will be 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're
close.
And then what do I have to do, Betsy? About 150 little popcorns?
Which I'm back to that stage on mine as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those like, okay, let's just settle in for the
Yeah.
production
Yeah.
long haul.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I think that's it, actually. So now I will do a little bit of a catch up on the Fiber Festival, the Prince Edward Island Fiber Festival, which is being held at the Delta Hotel in Charlottetown, October 23rd to the 25th. And this week I wanted to talk about Elise Campbell's classes, because we're having 2 wet felting classes.
Ooh, okay.
So she's doing one class that, and they're both like full day classes. They're 6 hours. So you do 3 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. And she's doing Nuno felting. So Nuno felting is when you have usually like a silk gauze, and then you put fiber on top of that. They all the felting involves bubble wrap, which I find funny. I'm not quite sure why it's bubble wrap, but anyway.
You need something with a little bit of texture.
Oh, to rough it up, because I've done Nuno felting and did the bubble wrap thing, but I was like, I don't know what the bubble wrap does.
Some people have used the bamboo blinds.
Oh,
as well,
okay.
but
Oh,
it doesn't work quite as well.
Oh, okay. So you just need something with texture.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so the Nuno felting is a scarf. So you put like pieces of felt onto the silk, and they adhere together. So you're making like a composite fabric basically. So that's one of the classes, and the other class is the fingerless mitten. So you're going to make one of those giant mittens, and then you felt it down to make a fabric. So I was researching this yesterday because I was going to talk about her classes, and I realized that the description of what is included and the supplies you need to bring was not really clear on the Fiber Festival website. So we're going to correct that. And I will put a title here because I just was doing it yesterday and it was a holiday here, so we have to get back to Elise and update the description. So there's a kit that she brings for you, and then there's supplies that you have to bring. So it's not really clear, like you don't have time to knit a mitten for the class, a giant mitten. So I'm assuming she's bringing the knitted mittens. So I'm not quite sure exactly how that's gonna. So by the time this is airing, the description of what's included in the class that you're already paying for should be clearer, and what you have to bring should be more clear as well. So anyway, I think that's really cool that we have those 2 different types of wet felting that you can experience. So that's Elise Campbell, and there's 2 classes, like I said, and it's the full day. So with that, so now that's a garbage truck. I'm just gonna wait a second. He's about to pull out. There he goes. Okay, so yeah, we need the harmony part now. Thanks. So I'll put together a little scenic example of what we saw this morning, and it was actually the sunrise that Ken was out. I got out of bed and I was like, where is he? The coffee's already on, and he's outside. So he went out bright and early and got the sunrise and that little shallow fog bank. So we wish you a great 2 weeks of crafting, whatever it is, and hopefully we maybe motivated you to just take a break when you want to, or to dig out those projects that have been languishing in your project bags or in your crafting room or wherever. And have a joyful 2 weeks, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye.
I get carried away when you tilt your head and say my name. I know I wanna see that face every day. And I can taste the ocean air on your lips. I get carried away when the sunset fades into your kiss. Ooh. I get carried away when I see a future in your eyes. When I catch an image of your shoulders dressed in white, and every fear buried deep disappears, and all my heart and all of me is yours right here. When the story of our lives is running circles through my mind, oh, it's the smallest moments that I recall. Guess the little things aren't little after all. I get carried away when I'm looking back at a picture frame, with no idea how our lives were gonna change. With every line that writes itself on our skin, I get carried away, I count each one like it's a gift. When the story of our lives is running circles through my mind, oh, it's the smallest moments that I recall. Guess the little things aren't little after all. And when my time's finally come to its end, I'll see it once again. The story of our lives flashing by me one last time. Oh, it's still the smallest moments that I recall. Guess the little things aren't little after all.